welcome to the podcast, episode something. Today we are joined by long-term fan.
Hello there.
And we are playing Battlefield for this podcast session. So, and Nick's here, obviously.
Yep, as usual.
Because we co-host. But, yeah.
But I don't get paid. No, I'm just kidding.
I don't get paid either. I have to have $10 to actually pull the money out. We only made $1. Alright, whatever. So, yeah, we were planning on a Battlefield thing, so we at least have to know, like, sort of where this episode will go. Sort of. But yeah.
The plan.
Where shall we start?
Battlefield, probably.
Well, yeah, but okay. 2042.
Mm-hmm.
We don't.
No
It's
bueno.
not good.
No.
We have to. That's the point of a podcast.
No, it really isn't. I pre-ordered it too. The deluxe edition for it.
I've quit pre-ordering games because they're always terrible.
They used to be really good, though. Just
Yeah.
like, I don't know. It lost way more features than even putting in, which is not good.
Yeah.
Especially for a AAA franchise.
But also, EA is notorious for doing things like this anyway, so...
I don't know. We all thought Battlefield 5 was bad, but like 2042 is like
Okay,
really
2042 is worse than 5. I will get behind that.
The only thing
But
5
they're
had
both
not going for it was like, I don't know, not being historically accurate. But that's kind of it. You know?
Mm-hmm.
Also, it's
Which
weird.
historical accuracy isn't a too big deal if the game's fun enough. But 2042
Yes.
is not fun.
It can be fun at points, but like it is not a consistent, I want to come back and play this.
Yeah.
It's like maybe every once in a while in a blue moon, or whatever the saying is. But yeah.
It really... They could have done the same engine and everything too.
And literally just transferred everything over like they did with 5 and 1.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
But they didn't.
The
Just
saddest.
had to create a new engine. And they're giving up on it now or something, right?
Yeah, no, they... After...
Yeah,
the
so it's gonna be
the
the
quote
the
unquote...
first Battlefield that's a bad launch and will not get good.
Because every Battlefield's had a bad launch, right?
All...
Mm-hmm.
Yes, and also, like, all, like, games like this, like Star Wars Battlefront, for example, they pulled that out of the grave.
They really did.
They
that
really
was,
did.
It's such a good game now. And again, they canceled development for that beautiful game to work on 2042. We could have had like Ahsoka and stuff.
We could have.
No, you
had
would
it.
have
sick.
added more BD-8s.
Okay, yeah, maybe you're right. A BB Yoda or whatever.
BB Yoda?
Baby Yoda? You get it,
Yeah.
like BB,
We would have had
baby.
some more stupid heroes.
Although the Mandalorian would be pretty sick.
What team would he be on?
Added to it.
He's neutral. He can
Probably
be on
good
both
guys, to be
sides.
He'd
honest.
be on either team.
Yeah. And now technically Boba Fett also, because, yeah.
Well, Boba Fett's a bad guy, and
He's an anti-hero.
he's technically a bad guy. Yeah,
We could
anti-hero.
have had Jango Fett. Instead we got Black BB-8.
Jango Fett wouldn't even be that hard either. You just take the you just
The
okay,
same
I just
thing
let
as
Nick like
Boba.
run in a truck. Alright, whatever. You just literally take the guy, the girl with the 2 guns, the infiltrator, and you just
Reskin
put that
her.
on Boba Fett.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
And then bam. You got a Jango Fett right there.
That would be hard. But they've completely forgot how to make games or something.
It's true.
They also blamed Halo and Call of Duty Vanguard for having 2042 being so poopy.
Dude, even Vanguard was extra poopage right there. Like, with its launch and stuff. I mean, it's an game.
At least it's
Mega
fun, though.
unhistoric.
Like, you want to play
Yeah.
it sometimes.
Like,
Yeah, true.
I would rather play Vanguard rather than 2042 any day.
Yeah.
Well, there's some points where I'm feeling more large-scale 2042, but it's rare.
Don't let the enemy near
I still go back to Battlefield 4 if I want to play something like that. And then if I want arcade, I do Vanguard.
Yeah,
If I
makes sense.
and if I want to do something historical, I just go back to 1.
Yeah, true. That is probably the best. In my opinion, that's the best Battlefield.
Yep.
That's my favorite one.
And Bad Company.
My
Company's
My favorite's 4 because there was more vehicles and more guns and more stuff.
That is
Like-
true.
You're not gonna
Yeah.
be able to fly an attack helicopter in Battlefield 1.
It's World War One.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The only
Can't
thing
fly a biplane in
that I
Battlefield.
did not
But you
like-
can fly Mirage.
The only thing I didn't like in 1 was the behemoths.
Really?
I
I
don't
liked those. I thought they were
like
cool.
the behemoths either. They were.
At
They
least
just
how
thought they
they
were
did
awesome.
the behemoths. At least how
I
they
thought it
did
was so cool watching the the stuff like crash down and all that.
Okay, that's
I thought
cool.
that was awesome.
But they
And then like you're
Yeah,
running
so
on
the
it.
best part of it was when it left the game.
yeah.
Yeah, but it left cinematically. And that's what made it awesome.
I thought it was kind of cheap because they'd be like, "Oh, you guys are losing," instead of letting you come up with a better way to retake the server. Here's a giant, pretty much unkillable machine unless the entire server's focusing on it.
Yeah, but they were usually knocked out pretty fast because everybody focused on them.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I think my personal favorite's Battlefield 1. Then I would rank it Battlefield 4 next. And then
agree.
probably 5.
I agree. But
And then all the other ones. And then probably like
nostalgia,
for
Bad
the ones I've
Company.
played, probably 1942, and then Bad Company, and then 1943, and then 2042. Those are all the ones I've played. Oh wait, no. Battlefield Hardline would come before Bad Company, and then Bad Company.
You like
And then-
Hardline better than Bad Company?
I never beat Bad Company. That's why.
See,
I never got to try the multiplayer.
Hard
So maybe I would put those equal, but 2042 is on the bottom. I'll tell you that.
Got bullets for you.
I feel like Hardline was both a hit and a miss for me. Like
Dude,
I
it was totally like a cheesy cop story.
yeah,
Here, hold on,
like-
I'll be right back. Just continue talking.
like the
Alright.
multiplayer for Hardline I liked because it was reminiscent of like 4s, but the like
It was like a cops
SWAT
and robbers reskin of
yeah,
3.
it was SWAT team versus like a hacker or a crime syndicate. Like
Yeah.
okay, like cool. I think that's cool, but they kinda did it iffy. And it took like forever to level up in it too.
I never really played the multiplayer that much. The only thing I really did was I played the campaign and I tasered every single enemy. I'd just run around with a taser and tase everybody. Because they made funny noises.
Okay, that was also a good part. I liked the taser in it. That was fun. What?
Yeah, there were some gadgets. Like, I also kind of liked it because I had DLC for Battlefield 2 called Night Ops. And it
Yeah.
added, like, a grappling hook and a rappel line. Which
Yeah,
Hardline
I
had
remember.
those.
I remember that.
So it reminded me of Battlefield 2 when I got the like rappel ropes and grapples. That was pretty fun. I think my top two are Battlefield 3 and Battlefield 4 though.
My top two would be Battlefield 4 and 1.
I felt like 1 was when it kind of started going downhill. Like, it was super fun, but it lost originality. Because in Battlefield 4, you'd have a tank. You'd have main battle tanks, right? If you were American, the main battle tank was an M1 Abrams. And if you were Russian, it was a T-74 or T-72? Or no, T-90. It was a T-90. Because it was even newer than that. But in 1, every single country just has every single tank. So you'll see French people in a German heavy tank, and it's weird. I felt like that was kind of weird. Because instead of giving different countries unique vehicles, everyone had all the same stuff. And if it wasn't for the uniforms, it'd almost be like 2042, where you're fighting each other. Because all the vehicles were the same.
That is
But it was still a really fun game.
What else? Yeah, I agree, but like, it also is like weird on how they did. Like in 2042, like it would be considered like Vanguard. It would only be friendly fire if you really get down to it, because everybody's the same person. I
absolutely hate the operators. Nothing is worse than pushing an objective in 2042 and having to fight 6 of the same person. It's just so dumb.
I like how they like did it a little bit, like how you can like do like the skins and stuff, but also like I also hate it. In the way that it's like, oh, here we go, everybody's the same person and not different.
One of the arguments I saw was in Battlefield 3 everyone was the same person, which is true, but you weren't people, you were faceless soldiers. Like the Russians, they all had ski goggles, helmets, and balaclavas, so there were no defining features.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? In this game, everybody's like an operator. It's like a match of Siege if everybody was Jaeger. That's how it feels when you push an objective.
Yeah.
The only reason it worked in Siege is because there was only one operator on the map. There were no duplicates. But in Hardline, you can look at a mountain, there's like 5 black ladies in wingsuits flying down at you.
Stay alive. More on the way.
And then also, like, and also in, moving the subject to Call of Duty Vanguard, like, if you really think, like, I already said this, but it's technically just friendly fire because there is no Axis people there.
There's no operators from the Axis powers.
Well, technically...
So they're just all friendly firing.
Technically, they quote-unquote defected, but I don't count that as Axis. That is allies. So you're
the only Japanese guy you can play is a guy that abandoned his country the first day of the war. Like, and then Daniel, who's an American soldier.
Yep. And then, what's his name? Who's not the lady, but the guy. I don't remember his name.
Wait, are you talking about the American guy who's favorite?
Alright, I'm
Japanese?
back.
No, he's the German dude. I think it's Lucas.
There's a German dude in
Vanguard? Think that's a girl.
No.
Yeah.
There's two German guys. There's the girl, and then there's a dude.
Oh, I didn't know there was a dude.
Yeah, and the only...
I didn't know there was a dude.
The only reminiscent of, like, the Axis powers is, like, 3 of his skins. Where he's, like, a flight crew in, like, a Henkel. Or he is a, or he has the snow, like the snow camo.
Yeah,
that everybody has.
Camo.
Yeah, so that, and then, like, one
yeah,
other where
wait.
he's...
I don't know if this is on topic at all, but how lazy do you have to be to make the same skin for every single person?
Pretty lazy.
Oh,
Like-
the master
like-
skins.
Yeah.
There's only like what 4 skins that you can get without paying real money.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And all of them are like stupid challenges too.
Yeah, I kind of like the black and gold one. For that
Yeah,
one.
but that should be like one person though. Like, why does it have to? It's. I don't know. It'd be cool if they had their own unique mastery skins.
Mm-hmm. But yeah. I don't know. Game devs are just getting super lazy.
They
Like-
really are.
The only game devs that I like truly respect are like the super small game developers like Hunt
Okay.
Crytek.
Showdown.
Yeah.
Crytek.
Also, I'm not
Showdown.
I've never been a fan of Souls games, but holy crap, did they put a lot of effort into Elden Ring, and it
Okay.
definitely shows.
I definitely have to agree with that. Like I've played all of the Dark Souls games except for Bloodborne and Demon Souls because only
Mhm.
those are on PS. But I really like them, even though they're like hard and like I want to throw my controller across the room every single time. I still think they're fun. But Elden
Yeah.
Ring is definitely the one that they blew themselves away because everybody was scared that that the open world, because everybody was doing open world games, would be kind of like tainted.
And all the
In a
other
way-
Dark Souls have been linear, so I think they were
Yeah.
scared they'd mess it up.
Yeah, and everybody was scared about it, and then they pulled Elden Ring off, and everybody loves it.
Well, it's been in development for like what? I'm probably pulling this out of my butt, but it was like 6 something years because they
I
teased it a
guess.
long time ago. But I don't remember, so I'm not 100% sure.
I don't know.
That's just what I heard.
But then, that brings about a whole nother thing. Like, do y'all, know that this is completely off topic about what we're talking about, but, in the development cycle for Fallout, like, because of the whole Bethesda takeover for Fallout, Obsidian only had 18 months for Fallout New Vegas, and
Oh yeah. And
Yeah, I
that's
heard about
literally
that.
the best one.
and it's like, see, it was like all of EA's games where it was like buggy and everything, but also the only reason why it was buggy is because it takes like over like 4 years for a Fallout game to be released.
It's crazy what happens when they actually care about the game and aren't just trying to get money.
Yeah.
You actually get a good game.
Like Hunt, the only things you can pay for are cosmetic, everything else you unlock.
Those are the good games. And battle passes, for some reason, have taken over the freaking...
Even though
You can't just
everybody
unlock
else
things
don't do
anymore?
it.
Like, it's annoying. The only good battle pass I've ever seen is probably Sea of Thieves and Deep Rock. Those are the only 2 battle passes that I've actually seen are good. Even then, like,
Well, because everything.
come on. Exactly.
It's not a cash grab because there's like 4 things that money gets you and everything else is free.
Yeah.
I think
and-
Fortnite killed gaming because it got so popular.
did.
Yeah.
Every single other studio was like, we need a battle royale now, and they all suck
It
because battle royale
definitely did.
sucks. And now we're stuck.
It literally
where we are
killed
now.
Battlefield 5 because Battlefield 5 literally came out with the Battle Royale.
Yeah,
I was
it did.
so
I
mad
did
when
that,
I
like,
saw the
broke
Battlefield
everything.
was adding a battle royale.
And it failed,
They
obviously.
fall into the dark side. Of course it did. No one plays Battlefield for battle royale. I don't know what they were
also-
expecting to happen.
Have y'all heard that like the Halo devs were like, oh yeah, no battle royale, and then now for Infinite they're thinking about adding it
No,
with season 2 of the battle
You
pass.
can't do Halo Battle Royale. That's not gonna work.
That'd be like so. Or Battlefield adding Battle Royale would be like if COD added operations.
It already did, technically.
I mean, COD tries to
They
do a
have
lot of things
Conquest,
Battlefield
but
does.
Yeah, they have Conquest, but that is pretty much the same thing as a whole. I just
I
lost
kind
my
of like
train
that
of
game
thought.
though. That would be a fun game.
Yeah,
if it wasn't
same.
armor.
Yeah, I don't know.
I like
just feel
grabbing
like
the
COD
box
movement
and
is
dropping
really
loot
good.
on an
COD
entire
movement's
objective.
really good for close quarters. And then when they started making battle royales and stuff out of it, I was like, no, like this doesn't feel right.
Okay, I think, like, if I was a game studio, I would go like, okay, like, 3 of our games, or like 2 of our games will be Battle Royale with it, and then we're going back to our roots.
Not even. It should say battle royale per game, or not, or none at all.
True.
Like Battle Royale should be their own game.
Like
Technically,
Warzone.
is.
Yeah, Warzone should be not attached to Modern Warfare because it literally killed it. Straight up. They should have made their own version of it, or just not make it at all, or just left it. You know what I mean? Like, didn't mess around with it at all.
But they really like money, so now when you load up Modern Warfare, the words Modern Warfare aren't on any of the loading screens or video game thumbnails.
I know. You don't even know you're loading up Modern anymore.
When
Or
you load up Modern
Warzone.
or Cold War, you literally cannot tell which one you're loading up until you get into the game.
But also, Activision is like EA, and they will grab at anything for money.
Yep, true.
That's a big studio thing. They all just want money.
I don't know why, bro. I mean, I know why, but like, well, it's just people just keep buying their games. That's the problem. Nobody's gonna
The
stop.
problem with pre-ordering, people need to stop pre-ordering games because they know they can make absolute garbage and people will still buy it before they even know what it is.
All they have to do is make a great trailer, like 2042's trailer. That trailer was amazing.
You know, yeah. The easiest scam to run nowadays: make a crazy game trailer, then sell pre-orders but don't even have a game. Just disappear.
A couple
Make
games
a good
actually
trailer,
did that.
make everyone pre-order it, and then not even have a game.
Like-
just
like
don't
the-
release a game.
Like the fake Kickstarters and stuff like that. Just
Yeah,
trailers.
but it works so well with the game because everyone would get it.
There was a game in the early 2010s that did that, and like I was watching a video, and this guy's friend, like the YouTuber's friend, actually still has the receipt for the pre-order, and the game never came out,
Oh my gosh.
and it was supposed to be out like 5 years ago.
We're it's ridiculous.
It's so weird that pre-orders became a thing in gaming. That is in no other market.
Yeah.
Like,
Well,
like you don't pre-order groceries when Walmart's restocking its tomato shelf.
I think
You
it's.
just
I think
go
it's in
there,
a thing for
you see the
entertainment.
tomato, and you're like, "That's a good tomato. I'll buy it now." But with
I think
gaming,
it's
you
just
buy it before you
in
even see it.
entertainment, though, in general.
You don't pre-order a rifle you see in a catalog. Because
Yeah,
they
but
have to
Sig
have
Sauer is
stock.
not like we're gonna release a pistol in 2 years. Pre-order it now before you even know what the upper looks like.
Yeah.
Or not the upper. That's a rifle thing. But you know what I mean.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the slide.
I don't know, but in entertainment, people pre-order books and people pre-order like toys and Lego sets and stuff like that. I think it's just an entertainment kind of thing. People, actually, I don't know about movies.
They don't. Because
Like,
they
little
have to wait
DVDs.
until they come out on DVDs, but there's no.
Yeah, but you know what I mean. I think it's more of an entertainment thing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, someone just needs to make. There need to be more Elden Rings, more big game companies that actually care.
or Halo Infinite for the first month.
Well, it's still like it's still a full game.
Yeah, at least it came
Like
out
they didn't
like
lie to
full on.
anybody. It came out complete.
Ish.
And the multiplayer was free. That was really cool.
I like
Well,
how
I
they-
can
they
they just
forgive
need more
I
content.
can forgive the really scummy paid battle pass where nothing's for free and it takes forever to get anything because the multiplayer was free.
Yeah, but they
and
just need
also
more
they
content.
released it early too, without anybody knowing.
True, which was
It
very
was like,
nice.
here.
And it ran pretty well on my old console.
Yeah, I didn't have any problems with it on Xbox One.
I didn't either.
Except for the frame rate being really slow, like 32 frames.
Okay, the frame
But that's
rate
all.
was awful,
It was trash. It was like annoying to look at.
Am I the only
but
one that always thought 30 frames was normal on a console?
Yeah.
Yes, yeah, that's not normal. That is like DS level. Like your DS probably ran at 30
Then why were
frames.
there all those
Get me.
videos for like 6 years about 30 FPS versus 60 because of console versus PC? And all they would do was compare console games at 30 FPS to PC at 60.
I don't think I've ever seen those.
I've seen it.
I can look it up on YouTube and find like 700 of them right now.
I don't know. It always ran at 60.
I
On
don't
certain
think
games.
so.
Siege ran at 60 on Xbox One.
I've also never really noticed frame rate unless it
Yeah,
was
me either.
really bad.
Oh,
Unless it was,
I always have. I've always
like I
noticed.
cannot tell the difference between 60 and 30, and I don't want
Like,
to either because
I'll
it'll
say
ruin
I
so many
didn't
games.
notice when everybody had Xbox Ones. As soon as the Series X came out, I literally started to notice differences.
Really.
That is.
That's
because
why
I
don't
started
turn
looking
on
at what the
FPS
game.
counters in any game because it'll make me notice the difference, and then older games will start being really bad. because
Well,
of it.
now I turn them on now because I just like to see that it's running stably. But I never really noticed until I started seeing a comparison.
Mm-hmm.
I
Pay
also
attention, here.
think that the main thing, like, I've also heard that, like, most companies, at least I heard Xbox did this. I don't know if it's true or not, but I know Apple does this. They intentionally slow down, like, your phone or Xbox.
Oh yeah, they slow down older phones.
Yeah, so...
I feel
and,
like that definitely happened with my
the
Xbox
battery.
One. It has to be. Because like when the
Ammunition.
Xbox Series X started coming out, my Xbox One felt really slow compared to how it used to be.
Yeah.
Like I remember Siege used to, or Sea of Thieves used to run fine, but then it started getting these weird like flashes every second, and my console started running really slow. It was weird.
The only
Don't
thing I
run
noticed
dry.
about my console after the Series X was the memory lag, but that started happening
Yes.
before the Series X.
Yeah, it did. True.
So I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, it's... But, I don't... Frankly, I can believe that Microsoft would be doing that.
But didn't they? Doesn't Apple slow down your phones to preserve battery life or something?
That's what they
It's-
claim, but they only
That's what
said
they
that
claim.
after they got caught doing it.
Yeah, that...
Which is
after
kind of
they got
suspicious.
caught.
Like, it would make more sense if you just straight up told everybody that's why you're doing it.
Yeah, if they had come out before anybody had noticed and said, hey, we're doing this to save your battery, then it would have been fine. But no, they hid it until they literally got caught by multiple
And
different
sued.
people. And sued, and
Yeah.
then was like, we're totally doing this for the battery and not to make you buy a new
Take some
phone.
ammunition.
But also,
It looked weird
that's
that
a
they
lie
didn't say
also.
anything until that.
I've also noticed my phone is getting not as good as it was.
Also,
Yeah.
it
Just
would've
because it's
been bet-
old, but like, it's not even that old, if you know what I mean. It's like 3 years old.
Mine's like 2.
Here, ammo.
And I can already notice that, like, it's slower, like, it's more stuttery than it used to be.
Yeah,
Why-
I don't. Mhm.
No go.
I don't really notice my phone being slow, but I also really try not to pay attention to stuff like that. That way, so I don't notice it for the longest amount of time, and it doesn't
Yeah, I
bother
mean,
me.
it doesn't really bother me, but like, sometimes when I use my parents' phones, which is like newer than mine, I'll immediately notice it.
Uh-oh.
I
I have the same
like-
phone as my parents, because we very rarely get new phones.
Well, yeah, same with us, but like they got their phones like a year after mine, so they have one model newer.
Oh, I see.
Like, we got them all at different times.
Did you guys see that Siege at Team Deathmatch?
I did.
Isn't it? Oh, respawns.
I don't know
That's-
if there's respawns yet. I'm testing it though.
Well, that's what Team Deathmatch is, right? Otherwise,
it could
it's just normal.
be no objective, like how we play
Oh, like how everybody plays, anyways.
GGs. Yeah, they're just taking out the middleman.
I don't know. Siege is on my wrong hard drive right now. I transferred it over because I ran out of space.
Oh, really?
It's like what? even
I
is
only
it?
play it during podcasts. It's just like my
Like-
podcast name now.
What is it though?
Oh, something super cool that they did that I absolutely love. In Year 1 Rainbow Six Siege, they used the team names were the teams from Rainbow Six Vegas, Rogue Spear and Raven.
Yeah,
And like
I-
Black Raven. They changed the teams back to Rogue Spear and Raven.
Beautiful.
Like really?
So now it's not Blue Team and Orange Team, now it's Rogue Spear and Black Raven from Tom Clancy's Rainbow Six Vegas.
That's cool.
I really
That's
liked
a-
that.
that's
I
a
loved Rainbow
That's a
Six
game
Vegas.
from the childhood, right there.
Mm-hmm.
I never played it.
T-hunts on that one casino in Rainbow Six Vegas was crazy.
Oh yes.
Was it kind
It
of like
is-
Siege, slow paced and everything?
No.
Not really.
It was like a Call
Siege
of
is a
Duty
completely
campaign.
different game than the older Rainbow Sixes. It's a COD campaign, but you can do way more. Like
Ah.
repelling, there's snake cameras. You know what I mean?
So like a mix
Reaching.
between COD and Siege.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Basically.
COD campaign.
COD, but a lot. COD, but you're a SWAT member with a bunch of cool tactical stuff. Okay, I'm on the front lines right now, and I can confirm you do respawn in the new Rainbow Six Team Deathmatch.
Ah.
I will no longer speak of the game, though, as per the rules. Yeah, I am glad that they brought it back to Rogue Spear and Raven. That's cool.
It is cool.
Because that also sounds a lot cooler than Orange Team and Blue Team.
Yeah. Just like in Vanguard, my team and your team.
Yes!
Yeah. It's
Even
so
though
dumb,
they're
Brad.
supposed to go back to the roots of Call of Duty.
I remember
World
playing
War
COD
II.
World of War when it was my team and your team in the front lines of Normandy.
I remember what.
Well, you never know with the operators anymore. They're all like freaking notepads.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I freaking hate operator stuff in all games. This was
I
terrible.
mean, it works in Rainbow Six games because you're supposed to be a certain
Yeah,
highly
but yeah, because you don't
specialized-
see 8 of yourself running around an objective. That's the thing.
Yeah, exactly. There's
You know
only
what
one
I-
of each operator on the map at all times.
There is also like one thing that really annoys me about quote-unquote historical games is the like historic accuracy of it. If you're gonna do a World War II game, I better see actual like original flags for the Germans and not the Iron Cross.
Yeah, the Iron Cross is just a fallback now, just to make sure they don't hurt anyone's feelings.
But in Vanguard, in the campaign, they did put
Yeah, the
Okay.
Vanguard
swastika.
campaign, there's swastikas.
But that's it, not multiplayer.
Yeah, only campaign they did it.
I don't know, a bunch of fat liberals might get mad at that.
Oh, who cares? They're just gonna yell at me. They can't even
Yeah,
get
true.
up from their wheelchairs.
Yeah, true.
Okay. More news from the front lines. More interesting. They may have changed the teams to Rogue, Spear, and Raven specifically for this game mode, because you can play as attackers and defenders on any team. For TDM.
Interesting.
And you can switch operators every time you die if you want.
Yeah, that's weird.
I don't like it that much. It does not feel like Siege.
Siege doesn't feel like Siege anymore.
It
I'm
legit
hoping
has
I go back to
futuristic
the main
things.
mode, and it's still Team Rogue Spear, though. That is my only hope.
Oh yeah.
Rogue Spear is so cool.
Frankly, Siege technically changed when they added Echo.
I mean, Echo was just...
Felt pretty normal
An
until
interesting
Moon Lady to
drone.
me.
Yeah, Moon Lady and Mars, man. I felt like that's
That's
when it got really weird.
Yeah, same. Because that's when it got more unrealistic. Not like possible realistic like Iron Man. It was more like unrealistic like Thor. If that makes sense.
Yeah.
Not at all, but okay. I don't think I did.
Well, like Iron Man, when you watch the first Iron Man, like
Iron Man
yeah, that's
fought
cool.
aliens, I thought.
No, the first movie, you're like that
Oh.
looks more realistic.
First
Like that
movie
looks
is
like
the
it could
best
be
movie.
possible. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Like someone could probably build that in the near future. And then you got like Thor, like freaking Norse gods. You're like, that's not real.
If you think about it, all that Tony Stark did in the first movie was make a not a battlefield one, a World War One like support like LMG dude armor,
Mm-hmm.
Yep. True.
but full suit instead of front plate and helmet.
Yeah, he just fattened up some World War I armor.
But yeah, that is honestly my favorite Marvel movie. It's pretty sick.
It is
It's
the
awesome.
best Iron Man movie.
It's awesome, dude. Freaking the beginning when he's walking out of the terrace cave in the freaking armor. That's awesome.
How did he build that? Wasn't he in like a prison cell that entire time?
Yeah. I don't know.
Like, you would think that they would go like, oh, he's building armor to get out.
True.
And would stop it and execute him or something. Oh no, wait. We're just gonna let him and the doctor do this.
Yeah. I don't know.
I feel like superhero movies are the battle royale of the movie industry now. There is like
They are.
only superhero movies coming out.
Yeah, what happened to a lot of good movies?
Frankly, the only good movie that I will say praises like all 5 stars, full 5 stars for is Saving Private Ryan.
That's a great movie.
I've really liked every Quentin Tarantino movie that I've seen. I'm about to watch Reservoir Dogs. But like Hateful Eight, Django Unchained.
Okay. And
yeah.
spaghetti westerns are also great too.
Quentin Tarantino is all bangers. He hasn't had a bad movie, I don't think.
That is true. Clint Eastwood
Same with Martin
also.
Scorsese. Scorsese has some really good movies, like The Departed, my favorite movie.
Yeah.
Clint Eastwood is good
These
too.
superhero movies are taking over everything.
They really are. It's very annoying.
TV shows also. Like, please stop
Oh
with
my
the TV
gosh.
shows.
Stop making TV shows about every single thing you come across.
Dude,
And
there will be
changing
an
the
ant-
character. Please.
There'll be like an ant on the floor on one Marvel scene, and they'll make a TV show about him.
It's Ant-Man.
Freaking
you go.
Stormtrooper 897 they'll make a TV show about. And the
Yeah.
TV show won't even be about Stormtrooper 800.
Well, because they've run
whatever
out
it
of
is.
comics to turn into movies. So they're just like, oh, who's this random side character that showed up for 3 seconds? Give him a TV show.
No. It's also kind of like the corporate, like, thing is that Lucasfilm had content and they were making content and Disney looked at it and just threw it out the window and now they're like, oh, god damn it.
Mm-hmm.
Because they want it to be their own thing instead of making stuff about the other ones, like the previous things.
I don't know, dude. Book of Boba Fett was such an alright, okay show. Like, I wish it was more about Boba Fett, bruh.
Yeah, everyone I
Season
talked to
3.
said it was just Boba Fett walking around getting beat up until
It
two
literally
buff
was.
women came to help him.
Even though
Straight up.
in the comics and books he was legit killing people left and right and not
I
taking
read
blows.
one Boba Fett book, and yeah, he did not need any help.
And now he's all about it's about honor, stuff like that. He's the freaking Zuko of the Star Wars universe now.
He is Zuko.
Like, come on.
No,
Like, why?
I also heard people, and I agree with this, say it's just the beginning of Mandalorian season 3. That is all it is.
Yeah, and not even.
I
That'd be a
didn't know
terrible
Mando was
beginning.
gonna be in it. As
I didn't
soon as
either.
Mando showed up, it quit being a show about Boba Fett.
It just
did.
became a good Mando show.
And
I don't know.
Mandalorian wasn't even crazy either. I really like Pedro Pascal, the guy that plays Mando, but it
Yes.
was just like an okay TV show.
I
I
really did.
shooting people.
Okay, I really enjoyed it though. I really enjoyed the Mandalorian.
I do like how
But I
Dave
think that's just
Filoni
because I'm
brought back,
biased.
Legend stuff though. That is
Mhm,
the only saving grace about Mandalorian is that Dave Filoni was doing
I think
it.
I'm definitely biased though why I like it so much because I'm really into Star Wars.
I really liked making jokes about Gus Fring's business expansion into outer space. Los Pollos Empires.
There's also I saw like have you guys seen all the fan movies that like they try and like sneak under the rug so Disney doesn't see them? Like the short films. I saw one that it was the original Death Troopers, like the zombie ones.
Oh, those guys.
Oh, the
yeah.
Deathwing guys?
Yeah, and where they get like infected with
the parasite or the gas or something. I forget what it was, but yeah,
It was
the
an
Deathwing stormtrooper.
Yeah, so I saw that and I was like, if Disney really wanted a good movie, they can do this as a horror movie, but also Disney with horror movies don't actually mix. So I'm like, oh.
I'm waiting for
No, they
Disney to
don't.
start making crazy rated R animated movies. That I feel like could be cool.
Okay.
I don't know about
Like when they
dude.
made
Always
Deadpool.
no.
Deadpool was cool because it was the ultimate, like a superhero going all out, not Captain America. One of the things I don't like about superhero movies is there are literal gods, but they won't kill one evil person.
Even though in like the things that they come from, they legit body multiple people.
Yeah,
It's because
in
Disney
College,
want-
I'm pretty sure all of them are drunken murderers that go around controlling lightning. Well, not all
Yeah,
of them
true.
lightning, but you know what I mean.
Yes.
Like Loki. Loki's a frost giant. He just stabs everyone in the back just to further his goals. And then in the movie,
Yeah.
he's just some goofy man who makes jokes every once in a while.
He is
And-
kind of funny though.
And Thor legit bodies multiple people. Like, come on.
Yeah, okay, I think the reason I don't like it is it takes me out of the movie when you see some random soldier get struck by lightning, then hit with Thor's hammer, then fly 3 feet into a wall and survive. Because they can't show anybody die.
No, they
And then-
can show.
Unless it's a bad guy
like,
killing someone.
not
they
like
can't show the
super
good
gruesome.
guys killing anyone.
And the good guys won't die. Ever.
Yeah.
Until like Iron Man died.
Oh, why Superman is the worst superhero of all time is
No,
because
Superman
he
is the
should die.
best.
The
The reason why Superman is the best is because he's literally every superhero ever in one. Like, he should be exactly invincible, and that's why he's
I don't
so
like
fun.
I like the concept of Superman, but I don't like his movies. What was the one
Okay.
where the guy in the wheelchair blows up a courthouse? And
Oh,
he's
I
like,
remember
oh man, he's like, oh man, there's nothing I can do.
There is
He can
one
literally
really
fly
good
so
movie,
fast
okay?
He goes back in time.
There is
And
one
just
really
hits
good movie for Superman. That is Man of Steel. That is actually a really good movie.
I don't really remember that one.
I think
That's a great Superman.
companies should stop making movies or TV shows about video games. Unless
Yes.
there's
Oh my gosh, yes, there's not been a good one yet.
unless there's unless the studio that made the game is making it.
Actually, have you guys seen the new Uncharted movie? Because I heard that one was pretty good.
No.
I haven't seen it.
Have you guys?
I used to really like the Witcher TV show, but the more you think about it, the more it's like... people only like this because there's a lot of sex and blood. And I was like, it is nothing like the game.
Yep.
The game is just...
Show you what
5 times
TV
better.
shows
liked
gotta
it
be now,
until
right?
I liked, or
Like Game
I
of
liked
Thrones
the
and
Witcher
stuff.
TV show until I played the game. Well, Game of Thrones is more than that. Game of Thrones has this crazy interconnecting, weird, like,
I don't know. I
power
haven't
grab
seen
story
Game of
and
Thrones.
giant wars. I haven't
It's
either, but I read
dragons.
some of the books. And the books were less about the sex and more about the very interesting
I don't know. The
power
best TV
struggles.
shows I have seen are cartoons. So, like
I think
Avatar.
my favorite TV show is...
Avatar is my 100% favorite TV show of all time.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm. And then close second is Clone Wars TV show.
Frankly, the
Oh,
two.
my... Yeah.
Mine would be Band of Brothers is favorite TV show because it's just Saving Private Ryan with a different group of people.
Yeah, I need
That
to watch
is-
that. Uncle
Yeah, I
Stevie and
wanna
Dad
watch
says
it.
it's really good.
The Pacific is also good, but it's not better than both of those.
Yeah.
I think my favorite TV show of all time is Dark. That show was crazy. And then when you watch it a second time, you see stuff because it's a time travel show. When you watch it the second time, there's a ton of stuff that they put in there on purpose that you never notice because you don't know about what happens in the future. And then probably Narcos. Narcos was insane.
Yeah.
See, like I've noticed, like when I'm growing up, like right now, like I'm almost 20 years old, and I definitely, like when I was younger, I definitely thought movies were better than TV shows, but now
I
it's
used to.
completely flipped. It is.
I don't
completely
know.
flipped.
I don't know.
You
I
can
do
so much
like.
more on a show.
You can do so much more, but there's a lot of shows where you're just like waiting for the next episode to come out, and then when it comes out, you're like totally let down.
I'm
Or
not
like
sure,
it just takes
I think
forever.
TV shows are the best. Like Narcos is from like 2016 or something.
I definitely agree that good TV shows of today are less like intriguing than TV shows from like 8 years ago.
With the exception of Dark. The first season of Dark was 2019, and the third
I don't know,
season, the
Mandalorian
final
was
season was
really good.
2022. Or
For me,
2021.
at least.
I didn't like the gunfights in Mandalorian. Like, the one that really irked me was the one where they're attacking the stormtrooper base, and an elevator opens up. They're in an elevator with no cover,
Oh, I
fighting like
remember.
8 stormtroopers, and not a single bullet even enters that elevator.
That's what we call plot armor, and Disney's famous for making really strong plot armor.
Like, they're in an elevator. What? At least make them come up some stairs so they have cover, and it looks like they're trying to fight.
Yeah. Star Wars is very famous for that. But I don't know, I am definitely really too biased towards Star Wars, just because it is something that's super close to my heart.
I definitely think that for me, Star Wars like expanded more like before Disney, I I know everybody's
Dude,
gonna
it's
say
really
this.
Dude, the
good
extended
stuff.
universe was crazy.
It's amazing.
And I, like, you know how everybody goes like, it's not lore now. I'm like, it's lore to me. You can
Mhm.
go away.
in
I'm
my
not gonna
personal universe, I don't accept Skywalker dying like that and living his life as a hermit
I don't
on an
accept
island.
Rey.
In
because
my
Rey's
own
gonna-
life, in my own lore, in my head, that it did not happen.
My favorite Sith is from the extended universe. He was this guy to get the maximum power of rage and pain. He cut every joint in his body with a lightsaber, and used the Force, the power of anger and the Force, to hold him together. So he's literally a meat tornado with a lightsaber flying around him.
Dang.
That's
and-
beautiful.
So every time someone swings at him, the meat tornado moves around the blade, like no one can hit him because he's completely disconnected from all of the rest of his body.
Dang.
And also, I feel like they never use the full power of a Force. Imagine the most deadly Sith would be the Sith that realizes he can hold people's lightsaber power buttons down with the Force, and they just can't turn
yeah.
on their lightsaber.
Yeah.
I don't know. I definitely like the movies a lot. Like, my favorite Sith is probably Darth Vader for sure.
My favorite Siths are basically, they are very much expanded universe and Legends, apparently, because Disney likes to do that. But Darth Nihilus, because he's just pure hate. He is legit the embodiment of the hate for the Sith Lords. And then Darth Revan, because
Oh, yeah.
he's a Chad. He legit is Keanu Reeves. I've seen
Yeah.
the custom, like, the, fan film with, where they did Keanu Reeves with it, and oh my god.
Is that a thing? Did Keanu Reeves have a Star Wars thing?
I think they just copied, like, more of his face onto it, because he looks the definition of Revan. And so, everybody's like, Keanu Reeves would be a perfect guy to play Revan, and it's stuck. But Darth Nihilus is also pretty good.
I don't know. I've definitely fallen in the canon kind of area more than the extended universe.
And I'm
But-
the complete opposite.
Yeah, you are the opposite. But that doesn't mean. But I still hate on a lot of the canon crap, like the original canon, if that makes sense. I hate the new stuff. I really
Okay,
do.
Disney canon is the worst thing ever. I agree with that.
Like,
But
all
canon
George
before
Lucas
Disney-
canon, that's what I like. That's
Like,
the good
give
stuff.
me, I
Not
wanna
extended
eat it up.
universe. I mean, I like extended universe, but I never really got into it as much as other people.
You
but
definitely
yeah.
have to play the games and really get into it.
Yeah.
That is the only, and like listen to videos and stuff about it.
I definitely watch a lot of Star Wars theory. I'll tell you that.
Star Wars theory and Disney's is
Yeah.
one of my main ones.
I don't know.
I'm
I've kind of
always
fallen
watching Star
out of
Wars
Disney
theory.
stuff because they're getting held back by catering to kids. Like
They
I feel
really
like
are.
like shows like Invincible and The Boys. Seeing superheroes actually use their powers was crazy.
And do it for their own.
Like when
own
Invincible fights
game.
those invisible like super soldiers, that was crazy. Like you could tell they didn't stand a chance because of how powerful of a hero he was.
Also, it's just gory as all get out, and it's Rick and Morty, but
Those
not.
superheroes.
Yeah.
But yeah, instead of turning red, they should have come out with like M. Night Shyamalan
You're banned.
animated
teacher.
movie. Dude, he's like 90% of the reason I hate Disney. I have to come to class every time a new Disney movie comes out and hear everybody talk about some animated children's garbage for an hour.
Have you guys seen the new crappy kids movie
You
that
owe me
Disney
one.
can't find
I
any
got
new
you.
ideas for?
Oh my
Pretty
gosh,
much.
do you guys remember when in Turning Red they turned red? That was crazy, revolutionary.
Whoa. Dude, all
Remember-
Disney cartoons are just copy and paste the same thing over and over and over.
Because they can't cater.
I mean, they're
to
cute and
adults.
all, and they're all right, but like, it's the same formula, if you know what I mean.
Once they put Deadpool on Disney and make a rated R section, then I might actually start going to Disney Plus.
They made a TVMA section,
Ooh,
Disney
what's
Plus.
on
I don't know, a bunch of Marvel shows that you'll probably hate.
there? Oh, never mind.
Yeah,
There's
all those
a,
dumb Marvel
I was
like
looking at-
knockoffs on Netflix.
because Netflix actually will use anything. Even
Netflix should have kept them.
Netflix will run with anything,
see,
which is good
Net-
because then there's cool shows.
see.
I don't know, Netflix is like the
originals.
most boring shows, usually.
Yeah, see,
Well, you have
Netflix
to look.
is
The recommended
usually,
stuff is garbage, but there's varied gold.
hit or miss. Yeah, it's either hit or miss with Netflix originals.
I don't know, there's some
to be
really
honest.
good
Like
shows,
Narcos,
like
is a
Avatar.
Netflix original, and that show is one
Well,
of the
not
best of all
Netflix
time.
original, but Avatar's on Netflix.
I kind of also feel like Avatar would be crazy if you got to see him go all out. Like Firebenders, I feel like would be unstoppable if that was a real universe.
I don't know, literally waterbender
No,
counters fire.
Earthbenders would be crazy. As soon as you
Earthbenders?
see another bender, rock tomb instantly. Just open the earth
Metal
up
tomb.
below them.
Just metal bends.
Yeah, but then the fire guys will just literally start like melting them
melting
on the
Yeah.
inside.
turns it to magma.
Yeah,
Dude,
then you start
Avatar, but
freaking lava
invincible
bending.
style. That would be
Yes.
crazy. Dang, I was disappointed when Aang didn't kill the main bad guy. That was gonna be so cool. He
I
was
thought it
finally
was-
gonna turn from a boy to a man, but instead he was like, "No, this is a kid's show. I'll let you live."
Well, what? I don't think everything should be about killing, though. That's the thing. Like everybody's
would've
like,
been the
yeah,
only death.
killing. It's just like,
It's
Because
definitely.
I think
It's
it's definitely
actually
cool that
stakes.
he kind of keeps to his religious ways, if that makes sense. Like he's not doing what everybody's telling him to do. I thought it was cool. I liked the end.
But if no one dies, the fight's meaningless because nobody can really die. It's just like whoever can knock the other person over so they surrender first.
Didn't Azula die?
No, she got captured.
Yeah.
She got wound up in chains and lost her bending.
Yeah, but there are still limitations for it to being a kid's show. But I mean, like, still, I think the ending was really good.
It was
I
cool
just saw
seeing
that.
him go all out, but he never followed through. Which
I think he definitely followed through. He
he
knocked him out.
literally risked the entire line of airbending because he didn't want to kill one person. And Katara did the same thing, but we only got that because he lost the truck.
I don't know. I don't think it should all be about killing. I don't think killing or
I
not,
just
it
thought of
doesn't matter.
something.
It doesn't have to be all about killing, but when a guy gets thrown off the building, you don't have to do a cutaway to him landing on a palm tree. You can just let the kids forget he exists and have us imagine what happened afterwards.
Yeah, it's fine. I still like the show.
Boys. Katara is legit, Mika's, from Attack on Titan. And you can't tell me otherwise.
I don't
I
think
don't see it.
the
I don't see
connection,
it.
to be
Yeah, I was
honest.
about to say, I literally don't. Mikasa's like heart of steel. He really doesn't care about anybody, kind of thing. And then Katara's like,
Mikasa regularly slaughters giant people.
yeah, and then
Katara
Katara's
beats
like,
the bad guy so they runs money and runs away.
exactly. Water bends them with their little curls or whatever those things are.
That's that.
Turns into a kaiju when she feels like it.
The Avatar Attack on Titan, whatever it's
Have you
called.
guys? Have you
Dude,
guys,
Legend of
have I-
Korra is so lucky there's 20
So
minutes
bad.
between scab runs, or I would have never watched that show.
It's so bad. It's
It
so
really
bad.
is. Okay, the first two the one with the scenes with the airplanes was good. I like that one.
I don't know.
With the like
first season
secret
was okay,
society.
'cause I like mafia stuff.
It was
Yeah.
right, but still, it doesn't make sense that somebody else is taking away people's spending abilities. That is totally the Avatar's thing.
You know how they would have beat the Benders? If they had just invented guns instead of
They do.
electricity sticks.
They literally have guns later in the game. Or the
Oh,
game,
really?
the TV show.
I didn't
And they
watch that
And
far down.
obviously they still lose. They have giant kaiju laser beams coming out of their chests like it's freaking Pacific Rim, and they still lose.
That's true. They got Pacific Rim.
I don't know.
Pacific
It
Rim
took
job
the
by
worst
the
turn they
Airbenders.
could have ever did. They were literally just trying to make a darker Avatar, so there's tons of killing in it, and
But
stuff,
failed at
but
it.
it's like retarded.
There were who died?
Later in the thing, you see a lot of killing, but it's
That's just
retarded.
killing for the sake of killing.
Exactly. They
That's
just
not to
they
add
just did it to a
instincts.
they just did it to appeal to a older audience, and everybody's like, I don't care. I literally don't care if you're trying to appeal. It's like
People dying
it's not
doesn't
good.
matter if you don't care about the people dying.
Exactly.
I doubt any main characters die. It's probably like a single side character and then just hundreds of random goons.
That's exactly how Korra was. It was not good at all, bro.
How far I got into Legend of Korra was after the Mafia plane thing, and then I tried to watch the whole thing with the twins, and I was like, I can't do
It's
this anymore.
awful. I watched the entire show.
You really tortured yourself then.
I did. I had nothing else to watch, so.
Let me guess, it was the height of COVID, so you just did. No, might as
I
well.
wouldn't call it the height of COVID. I would call it the height of my Avatar. I just wanted more Avatar content.
Better watch the movie. Probably better than before.
No, I don't know about that.
The live
I've seen
action
half of
movie
it.
from,
I've seen
like,
it, like half of it. It's so bad.
I watched it when I was a kid and thought it was cool.
Probably because you never
You know
saw
if
the
they're
show.
trying to make a TV show
I heard about
again,
that.
that's live action, and I'm like,
No.
stop.
Just let it die in peace. Just let the show die in peace. Like, why do you have to
Let the.
kill it more?
It's like Star
Just a
Wars.
moment.
It legit is like Star Wars in a way, where they just keep adding to it with perfectly good stuff already done, and they're just messing it up more.
Yeah.
That is another reason why Quentin Tarantino is such a good director. You know, The Hateful Eight was supposed to be a sequel for Django, but he was like, I'm just not gonna do that, and he switched the characters up. Because he doesn't like people making sequels just to have the same IP.
We're taking that objective!
Have you seen Django yet, Lily?
No, I need to watch it. It's on
Soundtrack
Netflix.
is cool. Mhm, So is Hateful Eight.
If I like Rango, I like Django. Django. Rango. Rango's actually a good movie, though.
The movies I really
chameleon.
like now are like more darker, like realistic movies. Like
Yes.
like one of the movies, the most recent movie that I saw that I thought was really, really good is Den of Thieves. Is because in Den of Thieves it's about bank robbers, right? And it's actually the guy who plays Master Chief plays Merriman, the heist leader in Den of Thieves.
We're gonna need a tank! Make one ready!
But and the guy who plays Gladiator plays the main cop in Den of Thieves. So it's a lot of good actors. And Ice Cube's son.
His
plays
name's
one of
like
the heist leaders.
Russell Crowe, right?
Gerard Butler.
No, who plays
Or
Gladiator?
no,
Gladiator.
300 guy, Gerard Butler is the main cop.
I was like the guy who also plays in
Yeah, Russell Crowe is Gladiator.
and
But yeah,
freaking
in
the other guy.
Den of Thieves, the gunfights are really good. So it's like, if they shouldn't have been shot, they should be shot because everybody's supposed to be a very skilled shooter. So you know what I mean? So they treat it like they're actually fighting life and death. Not like a lot of action movies where they're walking down the center of the hallway shooting people.
Oh yeah.
Not even trying to hide.
Nick, this would be a question for you. Because you're into the whole, like, mafia, like, gang thing, is, what's it called? The Britain one. What is it called? Oh my god, I'm blanking on
The British Assassin's Creed?
Yeah, basically, Peaky
Or the
Blinders.
British TV show. Oh, I started Peaky Blinders, I could not finish it. I watched the first season, I was like, oh my gosh, 28 days later, guy. And I was like, this is gonna be cool. But it's one of those TV shows where it's like 90 seasons, and so nothing ever really happens. Like,
because it's all
I
building
remember
up
one
with
of the
no action.
Yes, it's all build up and no action. I remember one of the scenes, I think the first episode is the only good episode, so because they're trying to hook you, so there's lots of actual mafia gang action.
And they have real guns. That is the only thing that I remember. Is, oh yeah, it's after the war, here you go, like, yada yada yada.
World War I had just ended, and they captured retired Lewis guns. But, the one scene that made me quit watching the show is some of the main characters are in the bar they go, and some other guy, like side character who he is, but he comes in, and he's like, oh, these rival gang and beat me up, and like, oh, we gotta do something. Oh, oi, mate, it's Tuesday, we gotta go do something about that, bro. And they leave, and he's like, oh, where are they going, mate? He's like, oh, to the pub. It's a shame, it's a nice pub. And then they never show the fight. They just walk out of the room, and you have to imagine it blew up. But yeah, it's literally one of those shows that goes on for so long that nothing can happen.
What is up with old British movies and not being able to understand a word they're saying? Like, it's just the bad microphone and a terrible accent. It's just like, oh. I can never understand them.
Yeah, I really just like movies where it feels real. Like, it can be as unrealistic as it wants, but as long as it feels like characters get punished for making mistakes, then it's probably good. Like, in a superhero movie, if anybody messes up, it doesn't even matter. They'll just, like, magically get out of whatever they messed up.
That's true.
But in Den of Thieves, I mean, if someone slips up once, they're dead, because they try to make it more real.
Have you guys ever seen, what is it called? It's the one... I'm looking this up real quick. A momento. Oh, Firefly. Have y'all ever seen Firefly?
No, I haven't heard of it.
Basically, think of Cowboy Bebop.
I never liked Cowboy Bebop.
Oh my gosh, that was like the last anime I liked.
I don't know, I just couldn't really get into it.
I
think
like
about,
the
like,
style of it. Like, old-timey. It's space, but it's also Wild
Yeah,
West.
That is basically Firefly.
The concept's
But
really
live action.
cool, but I don't know, I never really liked fell in love with it.
What's his name? The main ODST from Halo 3 ODST.
I never played it.
What's the actor's name?
I don't know the actor's name.
I'm blanking so hard, guys.
I don't know. Should we wrap up soon?
Nathan Fillion.
Oh. I've heard of him, but I don't, like, know him. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Dang, I've been trying to get back into anime, but I just can't do it. There was, like, a couple months where I really liked it and was just watching a ton of stuff, but now I can't get back into it. Like, like the actual Japanese ones, I hate it so much. Where they'll be in a fight. 3 things happen in anime fights. It's either, like, they scream at each other and do nothing, and it's like, what could have been a 5-minute intense fight is like 15 minutes of them yelling at each other.
Yep.
Or it's a JoJo type fight where they explain everything they're about to do in great detail right before they do
Yep.
it. Or it's the 1% of shows like Attack on Titan and Goblin Slayer where it actually looks like they're fighting.
Yeah.
But those are the only two I found that are like that. Like in Goblin Slayer, it actually looks like they're fighting for their life.
You could,
And then in Attack on Titan, it looks like they're fighting for their life. In JoJo, they tell the enemy exactly what they're gonna do, how they're gonna do it, and like the date and time that they're gonna do it before they do it.
I have an anime for you, Nick. I think you will like it because it's like World War I-ish, but like kind of futuristic with magic. Tanya
Yeah.
the Evil.
I'll have to try it.
Yeah, I think we should start wrapping up.
Alrighty.
How long is it been?
72 minutes.
Oh,
Take some ammunition.
that did not feel that long.
Yeah.
That did not.
Go by
It's
pretty
like
fast.
30 seconds.
Well, thank you for joining us, everybody.
Well, thank you for inviting me. I will
You're
like to
welcome.
come
Yeah.
back.
And you probably will.
Yeah,
Mhm.
probably.
Tristan's been on a lot.
Yeah, Tristan's been on a couple times.
Me and Tristan need to come on with each
Yeah.
other.
Oh, yeah.
On
That'd be great.
a
We should
podcast.
do one podcast where like everyone we can get on comes on,
The
Yes.
ultimate podcast.
just to see what happens.
That's got to be
Yeah.
the one before I leave. Like, before I leave for a long time, just the ultimate podcast. The end game of podcasts.